Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. In this episode, we're going to talk about the monkey in the room. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Spenser Leniu, is he out for the season? Who will know? Time will tell what's going to happen there. Um, Obviously, it was all about Las Vegas over the weekend, but now we're getting to the real footy. Yes, well, that was round 0. Now we're ready for round 1. Who's going to get it done in this first game of the season? Well, let's get to it. Yes, well, Las Vegas pulled up an upset or two, you could say, for some pundits. But Manly in the end were too strong for the Rabbitohs, who clearly outclassed in the back line, and that was the difference in that game. Luke Brooks, well, I'm going to probably eat humble pie this season, labelling them going to be the wooden spooners. So there you go. They got it done. Obviously, they need Tom Turbo to stay on the field. He was outstanding. Cherry Evans is always consistent as can be. Yes, Keon Kalamatangi, that was a bad miss tackle in there, but Richie Kenner had a night to forget. Absolutely was thrown to the wolves in this game, folks. Looks like he wasn't ready for the big dance. Jacob Gagai on debut. That 28 years old or something. Unbelievable, but gets a try in Vegas. But I mean, Jason Saab, he showed his speed with the intercept. Some exciting times for Manly, looks like, in 2024, if they can continue to play like that. We will see. The Rabbitohs, I've got grey fears fans. They got the talent, no doubt about it, but their backline was very, very out of sync. And if it's going to be like that, no Campbell Graham for a while. But obviously Jack Whiten will bounce back in a couple of weeks. But it's just some issues for me on whether they can go to that next level. But well, yes, the monkey in the room, the Spenser Leniu incident with the Roosters winning 20 points to 10. Well, would you like to be called a monkey? Well, it's the old adage, old school. People would say, good on you. But in this day and age, where we're at and where the world is, you can't say stuff like that anymore. So I'm expecting there's going to be something. We'll see. But if it has to be at least be 2 months, something like that. Whether that would happen, but that's where I'd see it at. People will say that's too harsh. I think you got to say you got to stop it altogether. You could argue 10 weeks. I think they've got to make a big statement here. If proven, again, there has to be proven. There might be no proof in the case if they cannot get the audio footage, which I don't know if they have or not. That's the biggest question we will find out. But if the audio footage is there, he's got to be gone for a long time. They've got to make a statement on him that we don't tolerate this rubbish. As simple as that. People saying it's out of character. Well, at the end of the day, is it out of character if you say it? I don't think so. But yes, the Roosters, regardless of all that, were absolutely outstanding. And the fact that they didn't have Jared Hargraves and they were able to leave out the likes of Crichton, Connor Watson and the likes, Egan Butcher. They are a team on the rise and certainly, as predicted, a chance to be in the grand final. They are absolutely on fire. And if they can play like that with Tedesco, Walker, Smith, Carey, Joey Manu, Victor Radley, if they all deliver, and you have the Hargraves and Spenser Leniu, depending how long he's out for, if he's out, all that stuff will continue to go apart. But yes, let's get to the real deal. Yes, the footy's back here in Australia. Let's get to the preview show. Yes, the Knights versus the Raiders is first up on Thursday night. Knights expected to win and expected to win comfortably. I'm not sure about that. Tyson Gamble has got the nod at 6 in front of Jack Cogger. I think there's going to be an interesting one all season. There's also Will Price in the background that's on in this team, but it's good to see the other English player get a go. So Kai Pearce-Paul, good to see him playing. He's going to make a big statement here. The Raiders on the other side, Elliot Whitehead's out, so Morgan Smithies has gone in a lock position. But that's obviously with Corey Horsburgh out as well. And Ethan Strange gets to start at number 6 in front of KO Weeks. That was not expected by many. But the young gun gets his opportunity. And the number 6 unit with Jordan Partner going back to fullback instead of Chevy Stewart. Yes, going to be an interesting one here. I'm going to tip the Knights. I'm going with the favourites. I think Knights should get this done, but I think there will be a bit of question marks around Hastings and Gamble if they don't get it going, and it could be a long season. I can see a long season for the Knights, but if they want to shut all the doubters out, they win here tomorrow night. Warriors versus the Sharks. Yes, the Warriors. Are they on their way to their first premiership in 2024? We will find out very quickly because the Sharks are no mugs. Sharks have struggled against top 8 teams, so this will be a question about the Warriors at home. They just have to win. Obviously, no Charles Nicoll-Klokstad, possibly for a month. But Tuapiki has delivered every time he's played. Hasn't really put a foot wrong. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck returns. How outstanding is that? No room for Tamari Martin, and Shannon Davida can't even make the top 22, so Harris Davida's got some work to do to get back into this team, clearly. No Neil Corey with injury. So Jackson Ford is expected to be a starter all year, but apparently Dylan Walker's pressure for him to be in the best 17 when everyone's fit. That's going to be interesting. Can Adam Fanua-Blake get it done? On the Sharks side, I know Braden Williami, Braden Trindle gets first chance at the 6th jersey. They lost a few players with Connor Tracy and the likes, so it's going to be interesting to see how they go. But Nico Hines is back for the Sharks, but I'm expecting the Warriors to get this done and maybe getting it done comfortably. The Warriors by 12. Going to the next game, Storm and Panthers. Good to see Ryan Pappenhausen back in the fold. I think he's a big chance here. The old Pappenhausen. I think they are going to come up with the potential upset, but Munster has to play for them to be a chance. But yes, no Mitch Kenny for the Panthers. Otherwise, Taylor May gets a shot at the centre jersey. The centre jersey. Interesting game. I'm going to pick the Storm on the back of Pappenhausen back. He's got to be a chance. Eels versus the Bulldogs. Interesting game. No Bronson Cherry for the Bulldogs. Toby Sexton misses down. Drew Hutchison gets his spot. There's a Carraz at the centres and Blake Willison onto the wing. So some interesting selections there for the Bulldogs. Colin Tracy enlisted in the reserves. Will he be a late inclusion? We will see. The Eels are pretty much strength to strength for question mark in the back line. Crichton, first game, going to be an interesting one. I'm going to go for the upset. I'm going to go the Bulldogs in the upset here by 6 points. I've got to put an upset in there somewhere. Titans and the Dragons. Good to see Shane Flanagan back in the coaching ranks. We got Kinney at fullback, so he gets to go with Jaden Campbell. AJ Brimson at centre. It's going to be an interesting game there. But I see the Titans getting home this one by 6. And then Dolphins and Cowboys. Hamaso's back. No Katoa, no Jared Wallace. Jack Everillo can't make the squad. The Cowboys have their issues as well, and I'm going to go for the Dolphins in this one at home by 6 points. That's the Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode, and I'll be back with more next week. Have a great day out there.